It was too true. I had enjoyed every single day of it more than I had anything in years. I stood the bouquet up in the corner sink I used for food prep and flower arranging, then reached for a vase from an overhead cabinet. "Mom, be careful. Are you sure you can reach that? Can I help?" I placed the crystal vase, inherited from my maternal grandparents, on the butcher block countertop. Because of the sterling silver base, it was heavy, but I didn't let on. I quickly filled the vase with warm water, arranged the flowers, and turned back to the conversation. Opal patted Paul's back. "I remember the day you were born, and now here you are, mayor of Marthasville. I am so proud of you." She and I had been friends for all but the first 5 of our 55 years, so I got her meaning as clearly as if there had been a bubble over her head written for my son. "If you're going to let us know how feeble you think we are, I'm going to show you how green we think you are." Well, I still have to be sworn in. Thanks to people like Mom and you, I was elected mayor of Marthasville's 15 square miles and 11 neighborhoods. I want to do a good job for every part of the city. Paul was truly handsome, even if I did say so myself. His dark brown hair had a habit of falling in his eyes in the cutest way, and he kept himself in great shape by running. My doorbell chirped. "Who can that be?" "I'll get it," Opal offered, running a hand through her short brown hair. She was back in seconds with David. "My ride's here." David Wells taught American literature at Marthasville High School. He had a PhD in American Lit, and his area of specialization was nautical literature. 2 of his books on the subgenre were used as college textbooks, but he chose to teach at the high school level. The 2 men shook hands, and he congratulated my son. Paul kissed my cheek. "Gotta run. I want to personally thank as many people today as I can. Tomorrow I'll be back in my 9-to-5 job." I thanked him again for the flowers and walked him to the townhouse door. "When does Common Good start?" "In about a week and a half, the weekend before Thanksgiving." In every election year, the last 2 weeks of November were known as Common Good for the Commonwealth. Every single candidate who had run for office worked with all the others on civic projects. Election losers went out with a positive image and good publicity, and the winners started their terms with goodwill and unity. Businesses used the 2 weeks of celebrations to kickstart the holiday season. Events were held throughout the Commonwealth. Virginia and 3 other states were commonwealths, a term interchangeable today with the word state. When I came back to the kitchen, David was helping Opal with her coat. She looked at me. "I have to work later, but I am definitely going to need a nap since we stayed up so late last night. Are you okay?" I nodded. "Do you have a Moonlight Monument cruise?" Opal was the only woman cruise boat captain on the Potomac River. The job was made for her. Her 20-year career in the Coast Guard, plus her innate intelligence, qualified her for the position, and her charisma and confidence endeared her to passengers on the Admiral Joshua Berry, a double-decker boat that could hold up to 50 guests. She shook her head. "Those start Thanksgiving week. This afternoon I have a canine cruise. Your guys love those. Too bad they're boarded." She lowered her voice. "You sure you're okay? And I don't mean this mess." She motioned to the stacked dishes. David took the hint and ambled off to the door. I took Opal's arm and we shuffled behind him. I keep thinking, what do I do now? I mean, now that the election is over, what do I do with the rest of my life? Do you ever find yourself thinking about that? She was my best friend, and the only person I could ask such a personal question. "I'm good. I love what I do. And as for you, when the next semester begins, you'll go back to teaching art history at Nova." Northern Virginia Community College, one of the largest in the country, had been my employer for what seemed like the last 100 years, though it was probably less. That's just it. I don't know if I could make myself